Welcome to the channel, everybody. Welcome to FireWater Woman. My name is Ebony. And today we are going to welcome in Sagittarius season. Okay? That's what this card is right here, Sagittarius season. Now this is my first video with respect to using cards for self-development. This channel used to be something else, and now it is a resource for self-development, self-empowerment, all those things by way of using cards, okay? I've been doing this for quite a while, and I'm ready to share, okay? So this is an uplifting type of, I'm sorry, y'all. This is an uplifting situation, okay, where I'm using the cards to enlighten as opposed to be predictive on what's going to happen to you and, you know, what's going to happen tomorrow, next week, what kind of money you're going to get and who's spying on you and all this type of stuff. That's not what this is. Okay. But we want to harness energy that aligns with the frequency of love. Okay. We want to teach ourselves a new way of thinking, a new way of speaking, a new way of moving through life in the flow of love, moving away from fear, moving away from doubt and anxiety, moving away from the chaotic energy that is just running rampant right now. Okay, so we want to harness our power. We want to harness the energy of love. We want to tap into the magic of nature, okay, the magic of the elemental forces, okay, and allow ourselves to hear the voice within, the spirit within, our intuition, our Holy Spirit, okay. Let's get started. Let's talk about Sagittarius season. I know it's kind of weird just staring at this one card and not seeing my face, but hopefully you can hang in there with me while I adjust, okay? So Sagittarius season is obviously, we're in the fall. This is the last month of fall. Now we're talking about the energy behind Sagittarius. That energy is one that thrives on intellectual growth, right? It's about adventure and exploration. That could be traveling, that could be trying new things or meeting new people. It's about expanding, right? Expanding your comfort zone, coming out of your comfort zone and exploring, right? It's also about being unapologetically yourself, okay? Being very authentic. Optimism is a huge theme for Sagittarius. Progressive energy, for the pursuit of happiness, learning new things. I think I may have said that already. But the questions, okay, the questions that we kind of want to think about in this season, astrological season, is like, what adventures are calling us? What new things can we get into? What's changing? Or what needs to change in our lives, right? What wisdom am I learning or gaining from our past experience, right? Have I extracted the wisdom from that experience, or whether it was good or bad or painful or whatever? What can I learn from that? What that will help me to evolve into to my highest and best self, right? Another question would be, what's holding me back, right? Where are the limitations? Because Sagittarius does not like to be held back, honey. They don't like limitations. They do not like that, all right? They like to be very independent. They enjoy their freedom, okay? So we're also talking about freedom and what that looks like for you and how do you honor that, okay? And I think that's kind of the gist of some of the questions we can ask ourselves as we get into these cards and just kind of work with the energy this month. Okay, so let's just get started. I just pulled this out here because it's a Sagittarius card, and I'm going to set it to the side over here. Hopefully it's not a distraction. And we are going to start, okay? So these are the two oracle decks that I'm going to be using to get the overall message. These are empowerment cards and the soul's journey. You can find this one on Amazon if you're interested. You might still be able to find this. This is out of print. You may still be able to find it on like eBay or whatever. I'm not sure what the price is because again, it's out of print and sometimes it can be ridiculous. Okay, so let's pull one of these first. Let's see what the energy is. First, almost forgot. First, let's shift the energy here. I pray for messages that align with the frequency of love and self-development. Messages that allow us to face our fears and release old wounds, creating space to become the best version of ourselves, rooted in love. We thank you and we are grateful. Ashe and Amen. All right, so let's start pulling these cards here, y'all. All right, here we go. This one flipped out. Ask and receive. Ask and receive. There's a message on the back. Ask the question through prayer. Receive the answer through intuition. Okay? Ask the question through prayer. Receive the answer through intuition. Okay. Right. So this requires a practice. This requires a practice. A meditative practice or a prayer practice, whatever. Yeah, it's taking the time to connect. Taking the time to connect and also not just asking, but listening for the answers as well, right? So there's a connection that needs to be developed there. A spiritual connection. Ooh. Peace. Peace, peace, peace. I am a being of love and I release all negative energy. That's what this card says. What's catching my eye right now is the way the sun is shining on her and she's looking in the direction of the sun as if she's looking for guidance from the source, right? From the higher power, from spirit, from the divine, from God, from the creator. Okay? Whatever name feels comfortable for you. There's no weirdness over here. We're not doing any of that weirdness, okay? I just want to say that because this is my first video, so you guys need to know that we're not tripping on semantics and all that other stuff, okay? We're not doing it here. This is for everybody. So what I'm feeling from these two cards, again, we're talking about a practice, right? And usually that practice is kind of meditative. It's a time of stillness. It's a time where you get calm, where you cultivate some peace, right? Or a moment of peace right here, right? So these two cards go hand in hand. Now, the question here is, what's disturbing your peace? Is there anything disturbing your peace? Or maybe you need to be aware of the disturbances in your life or the distractions in your life that keep you from finding joy in taking the time to connect and prioritizing peace of mind, prioritizing the release of negative energy, right? So many things can get in the way of that. And it's not something that you just gain overnight. It's just having the awareness. Sometimes we don't even have the awareness, you know, of what is happening and why and how it's really affecting us. And it's hard to prioritize peace when there's so much chaos, when there's so much chaos. And especially now, the chaos is just really just, it's unbelievable. But there's ways, right? There's ways. We can take our power back. And through our practices, right? Through the things that we choose to do to cultivate more love, more peace of mind, not allow people, places, things to rock our contentment and fulfillment in life. Only we have the control over that. So let's get started, honey, because you know I could talk. So let's pull some more cards, shall we? Let's pull some cards and see what the cards have to add to this message for Sagittarius season. What are we learning? Learning the value of peace and quiet. Learning the joy of stillness, right? Learning the value of peace and quiet and connecting spiritually. Love, truth, wisdom. All right, come through, please. We thank you. Come through. Thank you. 7 of coins. Uh-oh. Fell on the floor. Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands is Sagittarius energy, by the way. It's a mutable sign. Mutable signs are, they prepare for transition, right? They represent the end of a season. For instance, we're at the end of fall, the end of autumn, entering into or transitioning into winter. Okay, and again, like I said, mutable signs are prepare for transition, prepare for change. So there's a flexibility and adaptability here in that energy, right? Two coins. Flexibility. The energy of flexibility is in this Two of Coins as well. Balancing or being flexible, prioritizing your time, prioritizing your energy, making sure that you're not neglecting this or that, right? That you're able to multitask or give your energy to things that need your energy when they need your energy. That hopefully that makes sense. But hold on, I'm just filling this out. Okay, 5 of coins. I'm going to get all the cards out here first, and then we'll start talking about what we see, what I see here. Ooh. Okay, what I'm feeling right now is that someone here feels like life is beating them up. Life is beating you up. And you may be having a hard time accessing that warrior energy that you need to keep pushing, to keep fighting, or to develop new ways, right? Different ways of approaching the shift that is happening, or managing, okay, the chaotic energy, managing the fight, managing what feels like an assault to your peace of mind. You might be wondering, what you need to do to other ways or new ways to remain calm or to find balance, to not be thrown off or knocked off, knocked off balance. But there's a lot to consider here. We can invest or have invested a lot of time in something, right? A lot of time building our lives, building our careers, building, whatever it is that you're building. only to have it be threatened by this energy that feels like a bully, that feels like something that is bigger than you, something that you can't change, or you can't like you can't win. I hate to say that, but that's the energy of this. Like, oh my gosh, that's too big. That's a big bully. I can't beat them, or I can't beat that. This energy deliberately tries to make others feel small. It could be a person, it could be an institution, it could be the government, it could be just something that is trying to control, or trying to manipulate, or trying to make you feel less than. This card also represents an energy of despair. There's a winner, there's a loser. The winner energy in this card is so focused on winning that it doesn't care about who it hurts, who it steps on, who it destroys, as long as they win. That is the energy of this card. However, this particular deck speaks differently to me. She is activating the warrior. Similar energies here. Very much aware, very much in tune to what is going on, watching. And then there's a cleverness that I feel from her, from this energy, from her. Okay. I may have to change my strategy. I might have to just wait, watch and learn, so I can, be clever in my approach to overcome the assault. I might have to be quiet for a while. I might have to pull back, right? I might have to get myself in alignment. Right? Find my middle. Access my power. Queen of Wands. This is also about integration, right? When I said access your power, it's here, the Knight of Wands, right? So if you are feeling defeated in any way by life, and the threat of losing something, the threat of struggle, the threat of not having enough, trying to juggle and prioritize, having to rethink how we go about our daily lives, what's important, what's not important. Okay. But never losing, never usurping your power or giving your power over, right? Always tapped in to the creative force within yourself, the power of manifestation, the magnetism, the charisma that we naturally have that no one can touch. This fire is an important element in this scenario, okay? But it has to be contained. It can't run wild, because if it runs wild, it can be destructive. It can cause more harm than good. We have to be, not we, but it's important to be clever here, okay? It's important to be very clever here. The Hermit. The Hermit is about isolation. It's about retreating and gathering yourself. That's what it says here. Introspection, going within, understanding your inner environment. It requires stillness. Okay? It requires stillness. It requires a lack of distraction. This is a practice. Just as this is a practice, okay? But this is about knowledge of self, the hermit. Knowing your inner environment, not being afraid to roam through those dark spaces within ourselves, right? And understanding how our inner environment affects our external experience. This is also about being of service to yourself, self-awareness, right? Being of service to yourself so that you can be better, a better help or of service to others. This is Virgo energy, earth energy, okay? I'm feeling a lot of anger here too. A lot of anger, and that's why this peace card I feel is important. To balance out those emotions, to balance out those extreme feelings, those extreme ideas, and the extreme content that you might be consuming, you know, that could potentially be feeding your anger or feeding the chaotic energy that you really want to focus on cultivating peace, you know, more than anger, more than that. It feels like a quiet rebellion. So developing a practice of introspection, going within, learning how to cultivate peace, learning how to restore balance and equilibrium, learning how to remain calm when chaos is knocking at your door. Temperance, Sagittarius energy. This is Sagittarius. Okay. Look at that. Same energy. Okay. Temperance is about finding your internal rhythm, the rhythm of balance, right? And peace despite the conflict. Despite the conflict. And clearly there's a conflict, right? Because she's ready. Let's go. Let's go. But I feel more so like don't start none, won't be none with this Five of Knives. Don't start none, won't be none. Right here. But don't go looking for it. Don't look for it. Because sometimes, you know, we can look, we have so much inside of us that we kind of like are looking for the fight. We're ready. Let's, you know, no, this is not the time for that. This is not the time for that. This is the time to gather your bearings. It's the time to rely heavily on your spiritual practice, your spiritual discipline, for prayer and meditation, for divine intelligence, okay? To lean on divine intelligence and not consuming the things that feed chaos, that feed anger, that feed lack, that feed despair, that feed confusion. But this is about how do I feed my power? How do I feed my passions? How do I feed creativity? How do I feed self-love? Okay? How do I speak life into my interests, my ideas? How do I continue to experience joy and not allow external forces to diminish or extinguish my flame? This is a spiritual thing right now. The focus is on divine intelligence. The focus is on developing inner strength. Not relying on anything outside of you to determine how strong you are. But this is about an inner knowing. This is like a quiet confidence. Right now it is, at least. And tap into what you have naturally. Tap into what you have naturally. Also, prioritizing your connection with nature. Nature is excellent medicine for peace of mind. It is. It's just like the perfect medicine for peace and calm and restoring harmony. It also allows for us to hear better, right? To hear better. Receive the answer through intuition. Okay? There's power. There's power in nature, in that connection. Okay? There's power in the divine. Okay? First and foremost, the divine spirit, God, creator. Okay? There's nothing above that. Nothing above it. That's where true power comes from, right? But the Creator uses or speaks to us through the divine intelligence within us. High Priestess energy, intuition, Holy Spirit. Okay? Prioritizing spiritual practice. Recognizing the blessings in your life. Being optimistic. This is pessimistic. I don't have this. Oh, this is going to happen. I don't have enough money for that. Oh, no. I'm not going to get this. I'm not going to have that. I can't do this because of that. Oh, I don't have it. Okay. This is lack. This is being focused on what you are lacking. The Queen of Wands, as you can see, is the opposite of that. This is life affirming. This is taking action. This is doing what needs to be done to make it happen. This is a confident, powerful. Okay? This energy manifests things. It understands the power of fire and water. Okay? So we have personal power and we have emotional intelligence, emotional maturity. It's steamy. Okay? It makes things move. So this is what we want to tap into or cultivate or learn how to be like this. Okay? That's what we want to learn in this season. The Knight of Wands is on a mission. Okay? It moves confidently towards their goal. It's filled, like almost possessed with fire. And because there's a possession there, there's a warning. To be careful not to be too impulsive. Be careful. You don't want to be too impulsive or reckless with that energy because it can be destructive. Which is why the Queen of Wands is here to remind us of development. Okay? of maturity, of wisdom. Okay. Queen of Wands is heavily in tuned to intuition. All the queens have mastered their relationship with their intuition, with divine intelligence. This is wild. Okay? It seeks out challenges. See what I'm saying? Look at the connection. It seeks out challenges. This is like, I'm going to beat your ass. Okay? Sometimes it's warranted now. Sometimes the people need their ass beat. If you confront me, if you get in my face, and if you try me, you're going to find out. Okay? That's fine. But hold this back. Don't go looking for the fight. If it comes to you, handle your business. But don't go looking for it. In terms of chaotic energy, okay? In terms of chaotic energy. Now, it could be in the physical, like literal people doing this, right? Like I said, or an institution or whatever. It could also just be energy, chaotic energy. Don't go looking for it. Even if it's in your house, okay? Don't go looking for the fight. Now, if it comes, like I said, if it's brought to you, handle it. But it's important for us to be strategic. It's important for us to be clever. It's important for us to seek, first and foremost, peace. Peace of mind. It's the recipe for contentment. Let's see what the last word is on this. What's the last word? What's the last word? Okay, that card wants to come out. Think things through. Think things through. That's that logical component that I was talking about, the cleverness, right? In order to be clever, you have to think. You have to think things through. Finding new ways to approach tough situations, new ways to approach challenges. Exhibiting self-control. Develop resilience so that you're not easily thrown off balance. Okay. So hopefully this was helpful to you all. This is my first one, so bear with me, you guys. I appreciate you watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care of yourselves, okay? Peace.